Hi, this is a video to show you how to do a popcorn stitch, which we will do on tonight's flower pattern. I've already done 16 double crochets into a magic circle and secured it with a slip stitch. So changed colour now, and so I'm going to start off. There's a beginning popcorn stitch and the regular popcorn stitch. The beginning one is just the first one that you do, and it's called the beginning one because you have to incorporate the starting chains for the round, because every round always starts with at least one chain. So I will show you the beginning one, then I'll show you the regular one. So the beginning one is chain 3, which I've just done, and then work 4 double crochet stitches into that same space. So 1, all in the same space. 2, and make sure you finish off each stitch, it's not like a cluster. 3, 4. So we should have 4 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that chain. So we've got 5 posts here. That chain essentially takes the place of a double crochet. Now, to make it a popcorn stitch, we need to join this first stitch here on the left, sorry, on the right, to the one on the left, and we join it round the back to make it sort of stand out like that, like a piece of popcorn. So the way that we do that is you need to remove your hook. So in order to not lose your loop, a trick that I've learned to do is to just pull that loop a bit bigger and hook it over my finger just to make sure I don't lose it. And then you put your hook into the very first, it has to be the top of the chain on this one, because this is the beginning popcorn stitch. So put it in, get it in anywhere really at the top, put it through there, and now I want you to put your hook, pick up that loop again that was on your finger and pull it tight. So we've got something that looks like that. Then what we need to do is pull that one loop through the other like that, and usually we would then secure it with either with some sort of chain as well. So usually there'd be a chain after it. However, in this pattern it calls you to chain 3. So I've done 1, 2 and 3, and then we do that again, but this time we've done the beginning popcorn stitch now because we had to include that chain there. But now we move on to the next one. So in our pattern it tells us to place the next popcorn stitch not in the next stitch. We're going to skip that stitch, and then the next popcorn will go in this one here. So we were skipping that one and we're going to put it there. And so the popcorn stitch, when it's not a beginning one, is pretty much the same, except instead of 4 double crochets this time we do 5. That 5th one is instead of doing that chain 3 at the beginning that we had there. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, same thing again. I put that loop over my finger to secure it, and then I find the very first stitch that I did. If you're not sure which is your chain and which is your beginning stitch, count back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I put my hook into that 5th one at the top there, just as if I was going to work a stitch into it. Pick up that loop again, pull it tight, and then pull that loop through. So I've just got 1. And then the pattern says to chain 3. You always need to do at least 1 chain just to pick that, to make sure it's secure, that popcorn. As you can see, they become like little 3D sort of shapes. They're quite lumpy. So that's what you call a popcorn stitch. The pattern calls you to do 8 all the way around, and making sure that you skip a stitch in between and chain 3 in between.